Two presidential polls out at the very same time with very different results. The NBC Wall Street Journal poll has it as a dead heat, 47% to 47%. But the Gallup poll has Mitt Romney way ahead, 52% to 45%. A tie and a landslide. How is that even possible? It's not. One of those polls is wrong. The question is, which one? Or maybe they both are. Polling in this country actually has a pretty good track record, but the polls have also blown some big races. The most spectacular screw-up was in 1948, when the pollsters were certain that Republican Thomas Dewey was going to trounce President Truman in a landslide. The papers went ahead and published the next day's headlines before the race was over because of the polls. Truman won. The problem is the candidates can make bad decisions based on the polls. In the 2000 election, Vice President Al Gore didn't even campaign in his home state of Tennessee because the polls showed he was going to win there easily. He lost by that much. Had Gore spent just a little time or money in Tennessee, he would have been president. And there have been more recent screw-ups. In the last presidential election, the polls were certain that Barack Obama was going to win the New Hampshire primary and clinch the Democratic nomination. Hillary Clinton won, and the race continued. The problem is that polls can cause a voter or a candidate to make a decision that can influence an election. For instance, if a voter or a candidate thinks a race is over, they'll give up, and the poll becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. So try to ignore the polls if you can. Certainly don't make decisions based on them because, as I showed you, they can be wrong. Personally, I'd love to see them do in this country what they do in other countries and ban polls leading up to elections. Of course, that's just my opinion, and I have a 3.4% margin of error.